Hello and Happy New Year. I'm Kevin Donnelly, a member of New America's development team. This year, we want to do something different with our bi-weekly emails. So we'll be incorporating a video introduction like this one to each note and are looking forward to talking with you more directly throughout the year. Even as the new year provides an opportunity to look forward, we were compelled to reflect this past week on the one-year anniversary of the January 6th insurrection. As Peter Bergen, our Vice President of Global Studies and Fellows, wrote for CNN, the attack on the US Capitol was the culmination of political trends in the United States that have festered for decades, and a warning from history about how the politics of the next several years may unfold. The significant rise of homegrown American extremism, from the growth of white nationalism to the embrace of the QAnon conspiracy theories, is a political development that has gripped this country over the past few years. And January 6th was as much an epitomization of this development as it was a potential dress rehearsal for things to come. What's more, the outsized role social media played in the planning, execution, and response to the insurrection has further inflamed the ongoing public debate over how tech companies operate and the impact of social media on polarization, extremism, and political violence in the United States. To that end, New America's Future Frontlines team is working together with researchers at Arizona State University and the Bridging Divides Initiative at Princeton University to learn more about the interplay between niche platforms like Parler, mainstream platforms like Twitter and Facebook, and real-world social networks. The research team released a major report and hosted an online convening last week that provided an overview on some of their findings, including the instrumentality of major social media platforms to growing the Stop the Steal movement, how Parler's unique business model and content moderation policies directly contributed to some of the political violence of January 6th, and how the platform management practices of big tech companies are driving the market for these alt-tech social media sites. This report is the first of an ongoing project to understand how network effects of poor platform governance across the internet might drive political violence and what can be done to combat them. And just as the policy community and platform companies must act decisively to address political violence, philanthropy also has a role to play. Heather Holbert, who leads our New Models of Policy Change project, co-authored an article on how philanthropy can engage with these issues. Funders need to strengthen the institutions of our democracy while also supporting strategies to prevent and build resilience against political violence and protect marginalized communities. But it's important to note that the rising risk of political violence in the United States is not just an outcome of democratic failure, but a side effect of efforts at democratic renewal. And New America will continue to support research and movements to build resilient democratic institutions. I hope you will join me in following this important body of work over the next year. In the meantime, please find the links to all of the work I've mentioned here, as well as some other insights and news from New Americans below. And finally, please help us welcome New America's two newest board members, Moira Shourie and Monica Lozano. We're so excited to have their perspectives guiding our work.